Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's I.D.R here and welcome to my new video on this channel. I wanted to start talking about this key period in someone's life where an individual have to decide something really important for his life. So basically, what do I want to do in my life? Or in the terminology of the Quran, which path should I choose for my life? So, of course, the right path to follow is to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. And we pray actually for guidance each time we recite the first surah in our prayer, if you didn't notice that. And when we follow our desires, we're actually following desires that concerns only this dunya. They're only earthly desires, such as a spouse, a job, wealth. All these things move you away from thinking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The guidance of Allah becomes of secondary importance. And when Allah is second most important in your life, basically you have already lost the way. And teenagers are in these delicate years. They are years difficult to manage and characterized by many thoughts, including the meaning of life and the purpose of life. And of course, the purpose of life is to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who created life and who created death, to test us which of us is best indeed. But for teenagers, it's really difficult to have such a vision in life. It is difficult because they are surrounded continuously by a lot of things, a lot of thoughts, and they are in this moment of continuous change. So it's really, really hard. But it is not to forget that even for parents, actually, it is really difficult to handle such a moment. Indeed, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all the pious and wise parents that have so much patience to bring their children close to the religion, close to their deen, and guide them on the right path too. Furthermore, it is known that in schools, and especially high schools, that concerns mainly teenagers, it is really difficult to stay on the right path because schools are full of fitna, especially if it is in a non-Muslim country. This can create a lot of problems to Muslim teenagers that want to follow their deen, that want to follow their religion, because they are constantly surrounded by non-Muslims that do wrong things for us, and these wrong things attract us. And why do they attract us? Because they seem so funny, they seem so beautiful. But of course, it is only what Shaitan shows us. Shaitan just beautify these things for us so he can mislead us and just get us away from the right path and get us far from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it's his aim. He wants us to follow him and to be far from God. That's why we tend to see these things as attractive or as beautiful, as something that we should do because it's funny. But they are all temporary things. They are all things that concerns the dunya, and we do not need them to be able to enter Jannah. But of course, there is a solution for all these things. In this video, I really want to talk about this because I want to help my brothers and sisters, inshallah, to be able to face these difficulties in school. As we know, and how not only the Prophet ﷺ told us, but he also showed us our behaviors and the way we treat others. It is really important for us Muslims, since it's what represents us and what represents our religion, because it is a great place to show these things to people so they can learn from us and understand how Muslims are taught to behave and are taught to act. The first advice I'm gonna give you for school is to be respectful with the teachers and staff members, because we all know that teachers are human just like us. So some teachers may come across as moody or strict, but we just need to remember that they have another life outside of school. They may have problems in their life. They have to prepare work for many different students. They dedicate their life for you and other students to help every one of you into learning. So the last thing they really want is for students to be silly or disrespectful. The second advice I'm going to give you is to be helpful in every occasion, not only to be helpful with teachers or students, but also with caretakers. If you see that someone is having some troubles or needs something, don't hesitate to help them out and to be kind with them. The third advice is to be punctual. Try to arrive at your lesson always on time and also pray on time. Because if you get into this habit at a young age, you will remain punctual for the rest of your life, inshallah. And if you feel that you're going to be late for your class because you're helping someone, just get a note from that person so you can explain to your teacher as soon as you get in class. But at least you help someone out. Another important advice is to treat others the same way you would want to be treated. Don't make fun of other people and don't talk behind their back. It shouldn't matter to you how they look, how they behave, or how they talk. If you didn't have any friends, you would want at least one person to be nice to you. So if you ever see someone looking lonely, be that nice person. The fifth advice is to say Assalamu alaikum to every Muslim student in your school. It is a good deed and you will get rewarded for every salam you will say. So don't forget to say Assalamu alaikum. And don't forget to smile too, because it's sunnah. It doesn't matter if you know someone or you don't, or if you are friends or not. If you see someone, just smile and walk past. It is an act of kindness. So Allah, of course, will reward you. Another advice is to teach others about Islam. Don't be shy about your religion. Be proud of your religion, because Islam is such a beautiful and peaceful religion and it deserves to be shared. And the last but not least advice I'm going to give you is something that will make clear a lot of things for other people in your school, because otherwise you will have a lot of troubles. The advice is that make sure you tell all your teachers about the activities that you cannot do. For example, Muslim people, they are not allowed to listen to music or play instruments other than hand drums. And a lot of schools actually have a compulsory music lesson until year 9, I think. So you have to be really careful to not play any instrument that is forbidden. And another example is the fact that we are not allowed to draw or to paint animals, humans, or cartoons, because all these things in the real life, they have a soul that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put in their bodies. So we do not have the right to draw or to paint something like that, or to create something that only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can create. But we are allowed to draw or paint landscapes, trees, and inanimate objects. This may seem like a long list, But once you start to include these habits in your life, they will become a big part of it, inshallah. It is good to start acting on these points so you can make everything into a habit and you will have all these habits for your entire life, inshallah. And that's it. I really hope that these tips have been helpful for you, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help you to stay on the right path and guide you and just keep shaitan away from you, because we all know that shaitan just want us to be far from God, and he will try in every way possible to mislead us. But I hope he will not succeed, inshallah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and your family. Thank you for watching, and see you soon in another video, inshallah. Bye.